I want to wish everyone, it should be for Klal Yisrael, a good Erev Shabbos, not a Friday. We're turning Friday into Erev Shabbos. As we're davening for and thinking about our soldiers, our brothers and sisters in Israel, it's all that's on our minds and in our hearts. We're heading into Shabbos where we can't follow the news or find out what's going on, but we enter this place of Shabbos, the Makor Bracha, the source of all bracha. And we'll be davening and thinking about the soldiers and those who can't experience Shabbos as fully as we can. We'll be davening and learning and growing, not only for ourselves, but for them as well. And I want to really share that thought with you on this Turn Friday into Erev Shabbos. Everything that we're doing is in the schus and the merit of our brothers and sisters, of their safety, of their strength, of their comfort, of the release of the captives, not two, but every single one of them, to be brought home healthy and safe, secure and whole. And as we're heading into Shabbos, we're turning our Friday into Erev Shabbos. We're heading into the Makor Bracha. Once again, I urge you and encourage you to take Shabbos in early. It's brought down by so many, a skula, a special inyan, to bring the light of Shabbos, the Makor Bracha, the source of all blessing, the source of peace and serenity, even earlier. Don't wait till that last moment. Don't be rushing, and let Shabbos find you waiting for her, not her waiting for you. And that in itself is a great merit. So plan your day accordingly, get ready, work backwards, but don't be running or rushing into Shabbos. Be walking steadily, bring it in early, be mosif, a tosefah Shabbos, adding on to Shabbos. But my thought is this: what do we all want? What are we all davening for? What do we all wish? We want shalom, we want peace. In fact, tonight, the davening, Hashkivenu, on Friday night is Ufros Alinu Sukkah Shlomecha. We change the end of the bracha. We ask Hashem to spread out his canopy of peace. Holiday of Sukkot is over, but every single Friday night we daven for that canopy of peace, a permanent peace, a real peace, a lasting peace, a genuine peace. Shabbos, we greet each other, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbos is all about Shalom. Lighting the candles is a time that's mesugal. It's an ace ratzon. It is a time in which Hashem is more open to our tefillas, which we daven for peace. So if we want peace in this world, we want Hashem to shower us with peace, we need to demonstrate and exhibit the peace ourselves. And maybe one of the ways we turn our Friday into Erev Shabbos and we turn our Shabbos into that place of peace is that commitment to have peace. The Shlach HaKadosh says there's a special inyan never to get angry on Erev Shabbos. We've studied in the past. Lo sivaru eish b'chol moshvosechem b'yom Shabbos. Don't let any fire burn in any of your dwelling places on Shabbos. No fire doesn't mean a fire in the home. Of course, you can't ignite a new fire. You can't light a fire on Shabbos. We are rabbinic Jews. We trust Chazal. We're not Karaites. We're allowed to benefit from a pre-existing fire from before Shabbos. But lo sivaru eish, the Shlach HaKadosh says, it means the fire that burns in your belly. Rage, anger, impatience, frustration. Getting ready for Shabbos and going into Shabbos, don't raise your voice. Don't yell. Don't grow impatient. Erev Shabbos can be one of the most hectic days of the week. We're all running and doing and getting ready, and each person is supposed to pull their weight and do their part, and often they don't, and then we get frustrated, and children aren't cooperating or behaving. Spouses, husbands aren't on time, didn't get done what they said they would. Others can be neglectful, but don't raise your voice. Lo sivaru eish b'chol moshvosechem b'yom Shabbos. Of the tiny little gestures, but meaningful, and who knows of game-changing that we can offer, is to be committed to peace, shalom. Don't raise your voice. Don't let the fire burn. Don't get angry. Don't indulge rage on Erev Shabbos. And lo sivaru eish b'chol moshvosechem b'yom Shabbos. On Shabbos itself, don't let conversations at the table. Don't let people helping or not helping or sleeping in or getting up or coming on time or meeting your expectations or falling short. Don't let them frustrate you in a way that there is no shalom. We need shalom. That's what we need desperately, shalom. And maybe if the day of shalom, which is Shabbos, the ultimate day of peace, if we lean in and tap in and practice and demonstrate the shalom on the day of shalom, then HaKadosh Baruch Hu in that merit, the Makor Bracha, he'll bring shalom to the whole world. Rabbi Efrem explains why Shabbos is connected to shalom. Why is Shabbos connected with that sense of peace? He says because Shabbos is all about bittul. It's nullifying ourselves. Shabbos is surrender. 6 days a week. 6 days a week we go try to conquer that world. We manipulate and control nature. We learn and we grow and we are in charge. But comes the seventh day and we're at peace with nature. We let go and we let Hashem. Come that seventh day and we rest. And where does real rest come from? Stopping to struggle and wrestle. Who's in charge? Who's in control? The moment we're able to practice bittul, we can be mavatal ourselves, we can nullify ourselves, when we can surrender to Hashem. We're not wrestling who's in charge, who's in control. Not only can we be at peace with the spouse and children and the people around us, we're at peace with nature, we're at peace with Hashem. It's a day of emunah. Each of the meals, askinu sudasa dehemnasa, these are the meals of emunah. we're able to tap into the day of Emunah. Where does this peace come from? We're at peace with others. We're at peace with Hashem. We're at peace with ourselves. We're practicing Shalom through bittul. When there's ego in the way, when there's arrogance in the way, then there's division, then there's pirud, then there's machlokas, then there's kas, then there's anger, then there's a fire that's burning and it rages. When a fire consumes, it doesn't distinguish between what stands in its way. It destroys everything. Don't let there be a fire. Practice that bittul. We have to practice ichud, achdus. There's a unity of our community. How many of us were inspired last week for the most beautiful davening? Not a davening that was lebedik and that was neglectful of what's going on in the world, but a davening that was uplifting and inspiring, in which we were davening and singing not only for ourselves, but our brothers and sisters in Israel and those in the front lines who couldn't be in their regular shuls. Shabbos is that time of ichud, of achdus, of shalom and shleimus, that there is no period, there's no division, there's nothing missing, there's no chisaron. When is it that you're lacking? When your ego gets in the way and when you want, but when you realize everything Hashem does, He is in charge, He's in control, I surrender to Him, then we can be made and then we feel like we are full. That is the Orosh HaShabbos, that is the light of Shabbos. That's the light that we crave, that's the light that we want, but we have to be that vessel to receive that light. And that vessel is Shalom. On Erev Shabbos, being committed to peace, and on Shabbos, living with peace. You get an aliyah, you didn't get an aliyah, someone sat in your seat, they didn't sit in your seat. The meal, the conversation, the frustration, the kiddush, all the things that normally, those small, insignificant, all those little things that can get under our skin, not now. They simply don't matter. We have to lean into this day that is Makor HaBracha, and we have to prepare for it by turning Friday into Erev Shabbos with a commitment to Shalom. Shalom Bayis, light those candles Friday night, and offer an extra tefillah, not only for the Shalom Bayis within our home, but the Shalom Bayis within Klal Yisrael. When you daven tonight, Hashkivenu, Ufrotzalinu Sukkah Shlomecha, Kadosh Baruch Hu, spread out a canopy of peace. Don't raise your voice. Don't get frustrated. Let it all go. Don't get angry. And that's chus, in that merit of that commitment and of practicing that extra level of shalom in our homes between us, a harmony in our marriage, a harmony in our parenting, a harmony in our friendships. If we can have greater harmony among ourselves, then Amir Hashem, this day, Makor Bracha, should bring the bracha of harmony for Klal Yisrael with our neighbors, should hear only Besoros Tovos, Yeshuos, V'Nachamos, should be a peaceful, a safe, a secure, a Shabbos that brings only great bracha.